Fam, thank you for choosing to watch this episode of Mind the Mic podcast. Before we get into it, though, I need you to hit subscribe. And not just me, the whole Mind the Mic podcast family needs you to. Maddie, Uncle Pete, Stu, Leka, and of course myself, Shubz, and anybody else that's on board by the time you watch this video, we need you to hit subscribe. If it's your first time here, I understand if you're a bit reserved and you're like, I don't know, watch the video and after subscribe if you want to. But if you're here and you're watching all the time, subscribe. It's not that hard. All you got to do is, if you're watching on your TV, you're like, I can't subscribe, I don't have an account. You have a phone, don't you? I know you have a phone in your hand right now. Grab the phone, create a YouTube account. It takes a couple minutes, and then you can subscribe. And when you do that too, hit the notification bell so you can get notified every time we put up a new episode. I asked this of you because we put in so much time. We've done hundreds of episodes. We plan on doing thousands more with as many amazing people as we can. But we need you to subscribe, fam. Big love to everybody that's been watching. Big love to everybody that's been supporting and anybody that's just arrived. I hope you enjoy the journey, enjoy the episode, and subscribe. Hey, welcome back to another Mind the Mic podcast. I'm your host, Shubz, here with a special guest in the building. Coming out of Perth City, bit of a clothing label going on. My man Cam Gray re-release. You can tell us all about it. What's good, my brother?
Oh, what's good, my bro? Release is fairly new, bro. This is a new lane we're sort of stepping into.
Yeah.
So probably only been in the making for probably the last month.
Oh, true.
So because real early into it, but we're slowly building traction.
Oh, Mickey, brother. Oh, pleasure to have you here. I guess before we get into re-released itself, tell us a little bit of background about yourself, cuzzy. Where you from? Who are you? All that good stuff.
Yeah, so I'm from Napier back home.
Oh yeah, Hawke's Bay.
Hawke's Bay, brother. And we've been over here now. Me and my wife, we moved over here probably just over 13 years ago.
Solid.
So my old man and old lady, they've been here for probably close to 18 to 20 years.
Oh, true.
So I was still back home. And then finally decided.
Well, how old are you, brother?
Do I have to reveal that?
No, you don't have to. No.
I'll tell you. I'm 35, cuzzy, 35.
Oh, solid.
Yeah, well, 35 in August anyway.
Oh, true. Oh, so who were you living with before you came over? Like, or when you're older, you said 20 years. Were you like nanny and Koro, or who were you staying with?
No, I was on my own buzz, bro. So I sort of left home fairly young.
Oh, same buzz as me.
Yeah, because moved out of home probably around 16. Sort of went on my own buzz, got me a job, and was living with mates. Or one of my mates, he ended up buying a house early, so I was living there for a bit, flatmate, back in Napier. So
So what was life like in Napier? Like, so you born in Napier and raised there, too?
Yeah, because born in Napier.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad, bro. I actually grew up as my old man and old lady. They were pretty hearty Mormons. So.
Oh, true. Joseph Smith in the book.
Yeah, because like I wouldn't say I had a strict upbringing, but we sort of lived by the Mormon ways, and did that for a bit, and then sort of found my own little lane there as I was growing older. And
are you still a Mormon now, or?
Nah, because it's been and gone. It's been a while since I even look back at that lifestyle, but like I don't have anything negative to say about it. I'm actually glad my parents chose that route. Otherwise,
could have been a different route, cuz. Could have been many other cousins, different routes. Fuck, I came from a different route, cuz. So, I think Mormon probably look better than what I seen growing up, cuz. So no hate.
Yeah. So I'm pretty grateful for that, But as I got older through my teen years, I sort of decided to go down my own path and play it up a bit. And then that's the reasoning for why I moved out of home at a young age, because I guess I wasn't really feeling that lifestyle being a Mormon, you know. So
yeah,
went on my own path, cuz, and sort of learnt a lot of life lessons, doing a lot of stuff on my own. So.
So what kind of jobs did you have, brother? Growing up straight out on your own? What kind of mahi were you doing?
Oh, cuz I did all sorts, brother. Like I think my first actual job, I worked at the old Kmart.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I was because I was a storeman at Kmart. So I did that for a while. That sort of obviously helped me pay my board and all that. So I learned a lot from.
A few BWAs?
Yeah, a few BWAs, cuz a bit too many. But that was my first little gig there, and then sort of branched out to other things. Like I was roofing for a bit as well.
Oh, what kind of like, are you doing quarry or tiling, or what are you doing?
Yeah, mostly quarry, cuz I did that for a bit. That was a gig in Hastings, but we sort of did a bit of everything, really. We actually got a really big contract. So this is how I sort of got out of Napier. Was the company that I was working for, they had a big contract out in Palmerston North. So we moved over there, and that contract was a big contract because I think it was around about 3 years we did that one for. So moved over to Palmy and sort of lived life over there. But while our company actually paid for all our accommodation, we're actually getting paid really well back home.
Oh, true.
So bro. So had some pretty ruthless nights in Palmy.
Yeah, I mean, good night in Palmy, eh? They mind the party. Jeez, solid, cuz. And then what age are you now at this stage?
Well, 34.
No.
Back then?
Yeah, back then.
Oh, back then, cuz. I would have been
roofing in it.
Probably 17 to 18. And I did that all the way through till I was about 19, 20.
And then what's the pivot from there? Was that when you ended up over these ways, or no longer?
I was still there, and then this is where I actually met my missus. So
tell us that story, cuz.
My wife. Well, she's actually my wife now.
Shout out to wifey. Hey, shout out to wifey.
Because I actually met her while I was in Palmy, and she worked at one of the bars there, and we were actually mates for a bit. So we were mates.
Like how long mates? You put her on lay-by, brother. You do the lay-by one.
Probably about a year, cuz, you know.
Oh, lay-by, yeah.
I think that's why, cuz, you know, that's probably why I'm with it, you know, now as well. Obviously, there's a lot of other reasons, but
build a friendship first there.
Yeah, because, you know, she was, different from probably all the other girls I was mucking around with. So,
what did you find? What did you think was different about her, brother? What was different about her there?
She was just genuine, bro. You know, like how do I explain it? You know, like she was just, I guess for me, bro, I always picked the wrong ones. You know, like the ones that had the good looks, but
but only the good looks here. Only good looks there. Only good looks. No good here. So, no good those ones. If that's all they got here. I mean, you know, it might be alright for someone else, but I'm with you. Yeah.
So I think that was the difference. Obviously, she's got the looks as well, obviously. But
of course, brother. Yeah, that's it. Can we shout her out? What's your name, brother? Can we shout her out or what?
Megan, shout out to Mumsy Megan.
Shout out to Auntie Megan now. Shout out to wifey. That's the one, my brother. You know, the brother wouldn't be here without you. Hey, I don't know if that stripper will put that in there.
No, that's pretty spot on, cuz. Pretty spot on.
Solid. Shout out to this. And then so you fellas end up linking up. Well, but how do you go from being mates, you know, I guess for that long to finally making it happen, cuz? Do you remember that moment being like,
cuz I've been trying a few times to try and, you know, try and get in there, but she was pretty solid and sort of, you know, it took a while, but I think eventually we both knew over that period of time that, you know, it was a better connection than just being mates. So it just happened, bro, really.
Yeah, me. There you go, boys. Any brothers out there, if you're a mates, and don't give up, brothers. Don't give up. The brother Cam's got you. You say he led the way, brother. You know, don't give up. Might take you a year, but you get in there eventually. You know, and if she's if it does happen, it's probably the one there. If it takes that long too, brother, you know.
Oh, that's it, cuz, you know. So yeah, that was basically the background of our sort of relationship to begin with. But yeah, we've been together for a long time now, probably close to 14 years now.
Yeah. Oh, so 14 years. What's the secret, brother? So what's the secret to staying together for that long? Not just the initial, attraction and the year it took to get her, but what do you think is the key for staying together for so long?
To be honest, because I reckon it's just being open-minded is probably a big part of that as well. You know, like I can't say obviously our whole time together is being perfect, but I think you learn over time too. As you get older, I guess you start to become a bit more, I wouldn't say sensitive, but you understand each other a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'd say being open-minded, and I think actually listening, cuz that's a big part of it. So at the start, bro, I was terrible because I wouldn't always listen to what she had to say or how she was feeling. So I think communication, bro, would be the number one thing in a relationship is communication.
Yeah, well, I do hear that a lot, brother. The old communication is the reason that a lot of marriages either succeed or fail. So there you go. No, you're getting all the tips from Brother Cam. He's re-released them. He's released them, fam. Yeah, all the tips. That's the one, cuz. Solid. He's got any tamarikis at all?
Yeah, cuz. So we got two. So I've got my oldest girl's 13.
Solid.
Her name's Kaya.
Yep.
And my youngest is Kobe. She's 7.
Yeah.
And they're both born over here.
All done?
Yeah, I'm done, cuz. Yeah, no more. We're both done. We talk about this quite often.
Bro, imagine it the way, especially when you get closer to those 40s, and you're like, imagine like having to start again, like being a parent again. I was talking to a couple of brothers, one's like 40 something, and his oldest like 20, and then they just had another one, same mumsy, 20 years later. Holy wreck, imagine that, 20 years later. Wow.
We're just happy though. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Oh, no, solid, brother. Well, shout out to the babies, man. Shout out to the babies, bro. Big blessings there, hey. Okay, no, what a blessing it is to be a father, to be a parent, man. And it's definitely heaps of people out there that are fathers and parents and mothers that don't deserve to be. But the shitty thing is that you don't. It's not about who deserves it. All you gotta do is fucking stick it in and finish, and that's it. Hey, fucking hell, there's heaps of cunts out there that shouldn't be parents. So they both born here. So what was the decision to move here?
That was the decision, cuz. So obviously, Mumsy fell pregnant while we were back home with my first baby, Kaya, and then we were looking at obviously the support that we had back home. We had obviously her mum and dad, but they were living in Taranaki when we were still in Palmy.
Yeah,
I guess for us it was more the financial side of things that sort of made us look into Perth, and then my old lady and old man sort of were hinting for us to come over. So yeah, that was the main decision for us to move to Perth.
No, shout out to the babies. They changed the trajectory of the life. Well, what mahi were you doing just before you came over?
Before I came over, so what was I doing? I was doing a bit of cabinet making, I think. I've done heaps of jobs, bro. So
yeah, does a tutu,
yeah, cuz that's it. I think I was doing cabinet making, bro, for a bit there, and then moved over here.
And then what happens when you arrive? Had you been here before, like for a holiday or anything, or?
No, I'd never been to Perth. Neither had the missus. She'd never been to Perth either. So that was a big step for us.
What differences did you find when you came here compared to home? Did you find any differences and that you like? Oh, that's a bit different when you came here, or was it pretty smooth for you?
Oh, bro, obviously the weather.
Yeah. When did you come? Did you come in like summer too? Or?
We came in peak summer, cuz.
As
soon as we got off that plane, cuz, I think we were like in the 38s, 39s, bro.
It's like an oven, brother. If you've never been in that kind of heat before, like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, cuz. the missus was heavily pregnant too, bro. And fuck, she was already cooking, so fuck, it was a bit of a shock to us, but we adapted fairly quickly.
So, where did you? What area did you fellas move to when you came over in Perth?
So we moved in with my old man and old lady. They lived in Ellenbrook. We're still in Ellenbrook now. Yeah.
Oh, you're Ellenbrook.
We haven't left the brook since moving here, because
solid. Shout out to the old man, shout out to the movie. And then what kind of mahi did you get into when you did arrive? And
yeah, so as soon as I got here, bro, I was applying for jobs, because I think I got a job the second day I arrived. So I was just doing furniture removals.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that was easy money. Did that for maybe 2 years, 2.5 years. Did that for a bit. And then, yeah, I can't even remember. I've had so many jobs over here too, because like you see, I am a bit of a quickly.
Yeah, hard.
Yeah.
But then you ended up, so how long you been, because you're working away at the moment, eh? What are you doing, and how long you been in that industry for in FIFO?
Yeah, so I've been doing FIFO now for close to 5 years. Oh, actually, no, 5 years now, probably. So I've been doing that for a bit. My old man he'd been in mining since he sort of moved over. So I think that's sort of what transitioned me into doing mining as well. So jumped on that buzz, probably about 5 years ago. I started as a tyre fitter.
Oh, yeah, the tyre fitters.
Tyre fitter, yeah, for about 10 months. Got offered a job with my current employee, so I'm a serviceman now.
Yep.
So yeah, I've been doing that for just over 4 years, almost 5 years.
If anybody was to ask you what's FIFO life like, because people that don't live over here, or that aren't anywhere near fly in fly out work, what would you say?
Bro, I loved it when I first started, because obviously you get all your food catered for you and all that. I started off on tour once, so 2 weeks on, and then 1 week off. So I did that for a bit, and like at the start, like I did actually genuinely like it, but then over time, bro, I think the negative side of things started creeping in. Like, there was quite, in my particular role anyway, there was quite a bit of negativity, and obviously not saying that drinking's a bad culture, but that sort of trickled into the mining life. And then over time, bro, it's sort of, I got over it, bro, and I felt myself going down a bit of a downward spiral with that lifestyle, because being surrounded by quite a fair bit of negative people, sort of on the wrong. I'm not saying all mine sites are like that though. Like, there's probably, there's obviously good crews and bad crews, but
I think it's probably innate in humans to be away from, especially if they're families, to be away from their families, and obviously, because if the almighty dollar wasn't what it was, people wouldn't even fucking be there, right? It'd just be,
that's right.
You know what I mean? So it's understandable that people would innately be inside, be like not that happy anyway. And I get what you mean. I understand the culture, the drinking, and just fucking the gambling and whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever I get what you're saying. But like, if someone was to ask you though, like for you, like, would you recommend people to get into it, or into doing FIFO work, or?
Oh yeah, 100%, bro. It can definitely get you financially sorted, if you do the right thing. So I do recommend it. It is easy money, to be honest. Like, you're working long hours, but bro, the amount of money you get paid outweighs that by heaps. You still get a whole week off too, because my roster now is week on, week off, bro. Like,
cream cousin.
Money for 10, bro. So for anyone looking into it, bro, I recommend it in terms of the financial side of things, definitely. Yeah,
there you go, fam. Recommended by Cam. Fuck, I know we might have to make that a brand, Delby. Make that. I got all the recommendations over here, fam. Yeah. So 5 years in FIFO, and there. But you just decided. When did you decide? Have you always been into fashion, or?
Bro, I've always been into fashion, cuz, like, even looking back to when, in my early teens, bro, I was that fella that used to wear. I used to like wearing shit that no one else wore. or try and get shit that was really hard to get. So I guess it's always been a part of me growing up, bro. I've always been involved in fashion, bro, to the point where I even used to make my own shit, bro. Like I used to make my own shirts and stuff like that. But even back then,
would people be like, "Where'd you get that from?"
Yeah, like, pretty much. Yeah, or it's sort of, you know, like yeah, like even some of the mates, some of my mates, you know, growing up, they'd even like just low key suss me out when I go shopping. They won't say anything, but they'll watch what I'm grabbing, and then they'll sort of follow behind and sort of grab the same shit, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, trendsetting, eh?
But yeah, because I've always been into it, and yeah, I've always liked shit that no one else had. So that was probably one of my main things.
When purchasing shit back in the day, when you were purchasing shit that no one else had, where would you go to? Like not shit that you made, but when you'd buy stuff from, where would you go? Like back in the days, and
well, back in the day, like see back if I look back then, like they didn't have online shopping, so I'm thinking about it now, and I guess I grew up pretty privileged because my mum and dad had really good jobs.
Oh, true. So, what did they do when you were growing up?
So my old lady worked for Wins, so she was pretty up there.
Up there,
yeah, for work and income. She was there for a long time, and then my old man.
Are they Maldies?
Yeah, cuz
yeah, too much. Yeah, flash.
Well, I think that was the difference because my parents had such good jobs and a steady, pretty good income. I was able to buy the flash gears, you know. So
true. Yeah, the cousins couldn't afford the gears that you had anyway. Yeah, I get what you're saying there. Yeah.
So I think that was the main difference between me and some of my other mates was that I was able to buy the main gears, if you know what I mean.
I wonder if you know how like because if you grow up in like impoverished, if you grow up like you know, just worrying about your next meal instead of fucking, you know, fuck, I can get these clothes. I wonder like if that's what also helped cultivate this, I guess, the brand that we have now, but this whole love of fashion and that even in a way, because you were able to express yourself. When you look at like, you know, some of the cousins that didn't have any money, they're just trying to eat. You know what I mean? It's a bit different. Not that that's your fault or the parents, like that's awesome. Like too much. Yeah. But like it's interesting because like I grew up around a lot of poor Māoris, so like you know, and we were some of them too. So like, you know, I think about it and I'm like, I can see why. And then I don't know if did you ever get like from the cousins so that maybe you see some cousins, you think you're the man or you think you're too flash or something like that. Did you get any of that?
No, not really from family because I've got good family, bro. But they never were like.
That's solid. That's too much, but that's all poppy cousin syndrome. You know,
that's awesome.
I want a good life out. Look at that, too much. Yeah, that's all,
bro. So I don't really have like cousins and that were haters or anything like that. Like I said, bro, they were all pretty good. So, yeah.
But cool that you got to express yourself. Do you look up to anyone in the industry at all around the world? Are there any big brands that you look at, like you would like to collab with one day or something like that?
Oh, there's heaps, because even for me personally, bro, with the whole change of my lifestyle, there's a brand in the UK called Represent.
Okay.
So the owner or the founder, they're brothers, George Heaton and Michael Heaton. So I started, like, I've always liked their shit, but it was always too expensive, even for me personally. I never really brought any of their gears because fuck, it was, you know, you're looking at $280 for a shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bro. So pretty up there.
Represent, cousin. Yeah.
Represent. But yeah, I looked up to them because it's just the way his lifestyle, bro, was a lifestyle that I always looked up to because he was into fitness as well. So fitness, he was into cars, which is, or a lot of that is my passion as well. So I'm into cars, fitness. I wasn't so much fitness back then, but they're sort of the ones that paved me on to doing better in that side of things with my health and fitness. So,
geez.
Yeah, definitely represent
big inspirations. These fellows, these two brothers.
Yeah, bro. So they played a big part. If I look back even further though, I think, bro, my mental health was real bad. Probably 3 years ago, 2019.
Oh yeah. Like, are we talking, ready to end it, or kind of bad? Was you on that?
Yeah, real bad, because I was
talk about it, brother.
I was pretty unfit. I was overweight because, but this is the thing, bro. Like, there was nothing actually going wrong with my life. We had our own house, bro. We built a house. Kids were healthy. I had a steady job. But yeah, there was just something else, because, like, what do they call it? The old black dog. We can't help but feel shit, like
nothing can sort of flip it, eh? Nothing can nothing can flip that mood. Yeah, I get you. I've been there, brother. Fucking knife, brother. This whole thing here started from that, actually.
True.
Yeah, because I was gonna kill myself like a year ago. I was about to hang myself, and my kid woke up. I just got do you know much about like streaming and that? Like
yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I haven't really dabbled in that area, but yeah.
Oh yes, I used to stream. I used to stream for a couple of years on TikTok, but I got #1 like after heaps of times of getting banned and nearly getting it, and on Australia, New Zealand rankings on TikTok like last year, and like I was chasing it for like a couple of years, but like like I said, I finished in the top 100 all the time, but in the top 20s, top 10s, but never finished that #1. Brother, you get banned because some haters come report you and all this shit.
Yeah.
So like for me, I just wanted to see if we could do it, just to do it, and then and to do it our sort of own way, and finally cracked it, and then like heaps of other shit that I had sort of, I guess, neglected, and that, what you see, the black dog, the black dog, hit me up, and I think it was like 2 days after. It was in May last year, and then I decided like, fuck, I had enough, bro. Then I went to go and chuck the rope over, brother, and and then my son woke up, he was teething, crying. Then I was like, fuck, I gotta go sort him out, and then I'll come back and finish the job. But then I picked him up, and then I was like, just picked him up, and when I picked him up, trying to console him, I just, bro, the tears, he just falling down. I was like, bro, I'm not happy, just in myself, like, what's going on? And then like I wanted to create this fucking years ago, brother, like 5 years ago, but just a podcast. I want to make the biggest podcast in the world, because I'll be honest with you right now, sounds like a crazy statement, but if we're not shooting for the top, what are we doing? So, and that's not competition to anybody, that's just competition to myself. You want to see if I can do it. So and I made a decision that night or that morning to put everything I can into learning and figuring out how I wanted to do it, and that I was going to launch the first week of January, which I did. January just gone, I launched, and since then I just made a promise to myself to daily deposit every day something into becoming a better podcaster and all of that stuff. And so January we started, and now by the time this is probably like the 260th recording, and since then. So I've been going hard, brother, but it's only because I'm making up for lost time, and it doesn't feel like mahi, because like I've got the time, and I'm really passionate about it, and I really enjoy connecting with people like yourself and sharing stories and sharing people's journeys. And I look at it this way too, because we grow up and we hear about people like Aristotle, Plato, Socrates, Homer, not the Simpson, but the Greek scholar, philosopher. All of these people are put on a pedestal from ancient Greece, and you can change the name, but that's pretty much it's like that's all of human history was only known by these guys. But like before those fellows could read and write, our people, Māori Pacifica people, were using the stars to traverse the oceans, cuz like we could do some pretty cool shit too. So that's why I want to jump on here and talk to as many of our people as we can, but also connect with bigger platforms one day, so that we can put our stories to the world, or play my little part in that anyway. So that's the goal.
Because you're definitely in that trajectory. I've seen it as well. Like I've seen some of the people you've got to interview, because I'm like, in that short amount of time, bro, that's massive,
Yeah, or just because then the cool thing is a lot of them now I don't even like I know I reached out to you the other week, but a lot of them I don't even have to anymore. It's just they just telling their mates to come over now, and so which is me. And then it's a cool thing too, is just using that tato whanaungatanga sort of thing. So a couple of artists have come on, and I've been able to connect them to make songs together, and all that stuff is pretty cool too to be a part of. You know what I mean? If I Have you ever one day I'm going to chase those represent follows me, I'll get them on, and then I'll say, my bro Cam, cuzzy, you do a bit of a collab there, you know, and I'm
give me a shout out, cuz. Give me a shout out.
Yeah, if I get them 100, like even heaps of the boys that I watch that, I'll shout them out, like if there's their favorite creator or whatever that's been on. Yeah. But no, that's what. So I understand what you like when you say the black dog and their cuz like fully, brother. Yeah,
because it's actually crazy, bro. Because my scenario is pretty much being on to sort of what happened to you, cuz. Because I was actually rock bottom, cuz, and I was the same thing. I planned it all, literally the same thing. I was ready to do it, and then I don't know what it was, but I stopped. I thought about it. Because I don't know, during that time, I don't know if you were the same. It was out of it, but like I couldn't even think of my own kids, cuz like
I
was in that darkness, nothing, bro. Like, and it's just the most fucked up thing to ever think. Like, even when I look back at it now, I'm like, fuck, how the fuck can you feel that way? Like
how selfish that is, brother? But you do. Like, no, I'm with you, brother. Because I heard someone tell a story about someone that they took their life in like, you know, I don't know when, but they took their life and they went to the daughter's favorite park, and that's where they did it. The daughter didn't see the person, but I just think about that and like coming from, I'm like, fuck, I could understand it. Not that it makes it right, but like just not even, you know what I mean? Just, you know, think about like any of that. That's why, like when people say they're selfish, like, yeah, if you're coming from your perspective looking outside in, but if you're in it, like, you know, there's no thought of anything. It's just, I don't like, I've tried everything, nothing's working. All I'm doing is just, I still feel like shit. I still feel like I don't want to be here. And like, I'm trying, you know, you feel like you've tried everything, whether you have or not. And maybe you have too tried everything to get out of it, eh? But
bro.
I'm with you.
That's the thing. Like, I haven't actually openly spoken about it to a lot of people with that story anyway. But like when I have to some people that I thought would probably help them, they sort of look at you like, what do you mean you don't think about your kids? But that's because the same, what you said is they don't see it from that same point of view. So I think that's what sort of stopped me from telling my story about going through, like, you know, mental health issues back then, is because I had that one, I wouldn't say it's not an altercation, but that one conversation I had with someone where they were like, what do you mean you didn't think about your kids? And I think that's what put me off. So
and you know what I reckon, cuz too, and like now that you're doing this, and you know, obviously the goal is to let's make this. I'm guessing we'll get into what the goals are for the brand, but I'm guessing you would want to be as you know, as big as it can be, and as you know, bro, fucking tell your story. Look at like authenticity shines through, cuz like if it's your lived experience, who gives a fuck what people say? Like,
exactly, bro.
Fuck, brother, straight up. Look at Spanian, cuz Spanian is like authentic and raw as fuck. People think he's like, you know, all the mainstream media hates him because he gets all the views, but like, and he doesn't talk shit. He just talks his own lived experience from his point of view, whether you agree with it or not. Yeah, you fucking the might say some things I don't even agree with sometimes, but that's his opinion, and he's living and walking it, brother. You know, who gives a fuck? Yeah, you know what I mean. At the end of the day, and what was it? Okay, sorry about that.
No, you're all good, cuz you're all good. No, well, I think it's just. I think it comes with age as well. As you get older, you sort of you slowly learn to not give a fuck about what anyone else thinks about you or what you're doing, because you're always going to have haters. Even the most successful people have haters, because you know, and it's usually,
you say the most successful.
Yeah,
but they have the most haters now. They have the most haters. 100.
And you learn over time. The only reason those people are hating is because you're usually living a life, or you're doing something that they want to do, you know. So
projection, cuz
I think I've sort of learned that over time, because even with my self-development journey, cuz like obviously it took me to hit rock bottom before I started to develop all these other strengths and my lifestyle. But I've had heaps of haters, bro. Even when I was trying to better myself, I actually did a program called 75 Hard. Have you heard of that one?
Did you complete that one?
Yeah, because I did that back in probably 2021. First time I ever done it.
Oh, so that was sort of when it started pumping, the way that like that was sort
bro.
of, when it started pumping.
That's when it started gaining real mad traction. So I think doing that, bro, was the best thing I could have ever done, especially coming from those dark times. So crack that, bro. And
what's your biggest takeaway out of 75 hard? Out of completing it? And did you really complete it, or no? You know, people.
Oh, bro, you get that. Oh, but that's the thing, bro. You know the fellas that haven't done it properly because you compare what they're doing from there to now, and if they're still doing the same shit they were doing before 75 hard, that's how you know they ain't done it or they haven't done it properly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because that's the thing, bro. I think one of the biggest changes for me was giving up alcohol, bro. Like, that was the best thing I could have ever done was stop drinking.
You don't drink? You don't drink?
No, I don't drink anymore, cuz I've been sober for 3 years now.
Good on you, brother. Fucking too much.
But I wouldn't say I was a big drinker though. Like, when I did get on the piss, it'd be to get properly ridden off. I didn't have to drink every day.
But I'm a bit of one of those cuz like I used to drink every day back in the days, but like now I don't really drink. But if I do, we get in on it, cuz otherwise.
That's it, bro. Yeah. So that was me, bro. I was like that. So I think that was a big change too. But yeah, 70. There's so many good aspects of that 75 hard, and I'd recommend it to everyone because I even recommend it to you.
Yeah, maybe I'll give it not maybe.
Yeah, bro.
One day I'll give it a crack, brother. 100. Yeah, killed it.
Yeah, I learned a lot from that. It was good. It's not really. See, a lot of people think it's more a physical challenge, but it's more to build mental toughness. That's what it
bro.
Really
I see it as that too. I seen I know you know the Horries Tell Stories, boys. You know Cairo in that.
I think if I've seen the bro, I probably would. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I seen he's been doing reels about it lately. He's got a podcast too, Horries Tell Stories. Him and Will Joe, but he's been doing these cool reels lately, and he said that too. Like a lot of people think it's a weight loss thing or whatever, but nah, it's a mental thing, and that's actually like even though I've never done it before, I've thought about doing it, and since you've recommended it, I'll give it a go, cuz I might even get it a go before the year's out, but I always looked at it as that too, even though I've never done it. I looked at it as being more mental endurance and more mental strength than physical weight loss or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I think the physical is the what do you call it? It's the byproduct of strengthening your mental way through that journey.
Yeah, bro.
Just through listening to other people talk about it and watching people go through it.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, bro. Like, I think the hardest thing for me wasn't the training twice a day. Like, it was hard, but I think the hardest thing for me was reading, because I hated reading, and I've always hated reading. I wasn't a reader, so I think part of the program is you have to read 10 pages of a self-development book. So you have to read 10 pages every day for 75 days.
What book did you read, or books?
Bro, because it's quite trippy that I picked this book, but I picked The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Yeah, I know that one.
By Mark Manson. And bro, during that period of 75 hard, I've never experienced so many haters, bro, in my whole entire life. Because bro, like trying to better myself, I'd never think that I'd get hate about it, like to the point where you know, like especially at work, they'd be questioning you why you don't go to the bar anymore, or like just real out of it shit, bro. Like I just don't understand. Even now, looking back at it, I don't understand. Oh, I do understand, because it's their own insecurity of not being able to do things that, you know, they want to do the same shit you're doing, but they can't do it. If you know what I mean?
Because they
all that shit. So
it's because they're scared, brother, because of whatever conditioning has told them that they can't, but they can if they wanted to. They just
that's right. But over time, bro, I actually realized, I actually became a bit of a like a role model to them as well. So they actually started questioning me in a good way, asking me, you know, for tips and stuff like that, and a good way to get started. So I think it sort of did a backflip, and then we were able to even that out.
But that's why you got to push past that hate and go through it. You know what I mean? On the other side of conflict is blessings, my brother. On the other side of hard shit is good shit. You know, good shit's only worth it if you go through hard shit to get it.
Bro. So,
cool.
Yeah, I've actually done 75 hard 3 times, cuz. So I did it, 2021, 2022, 2023. Oh, no, 2 times, sorry. 2021.
Oh, I was going to say.
2022, I didn't do it last year.
Yeah.
But I still abide by a lot of what they sort of preach, the principles, So I still read, bro. I read nearly every day. Not every day, but most days I'll read. I'll train.
So what's your favorite book since you've been still reading then thus far?
Bro, probably my favorite book, I'm actually reading it now, bro, is The Art of War.
Oh, The Art of War. Sun Tzu.
Yeah, Sun Tzu. Bro, I've only just sort of started that, but bro, that'll be one of my favorite books. And then the other ones would be Relentless. That's by Tim S. Grover. So he coached Michael Jordan through his prime in the NBA. Yeah. So that Relentless, and he had another book called Winning. Those were the 2 books that I think really G'd me up as I went through 75 hard and sort of pushed me into the direction that I'm going into now.
Have you ever read the book Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell?
No, I haven't. No.
Check that one out, cuz I think it's it talks about like how people like about self-mastery, and how people, that 10,000 hours theory that, to master a craft, you need to do 10,000 hours. But it's like it's based around a lot of that kind of philosophy, but heaps, but it's on, I reckon. Like, it's one of my favorite books all the time, like when it comes to just being a gun, like what makes people guns, at things, and I think that's a good one.
I'll have to put it on my list.
Yeah, brother, Malcolm Gladwell, Outliers, and just just how people, how people succeed, like, and why succeed, like why people that are successful in whatever sport, music industry, like why that is, you know what I mean, and like taking those sort of keys.
Hard.
Yeah, the books. So released, but there's a released. How do I say it? Leashed? Fuck.
Yeah, it's just basically saying released, pretty much.
Released.
But it's got that hyphen. You don't have to read it. It's just released.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. So I actually started a brand back in 2020. I went through the stages of creating my own clothes and stuff like that, and started building a bit of traction, and then going through the whole supply phase, and then coming up with designs and all that. So I started that, and then sort of got stitched up probably close to the first time I was about to drop my first collection. And another clothing brand actually stole my whole design. And bros, I won't name the company, but they stole my whole design, bro. Font, everything. And then that's
like, how do you know they stole it, brother?
Well, it's exactly the same, cuz. So there was no way of saying, it's similar. It was pretty much the same, bro. Like, down to the font.
No, but how did they steal it, cuz? Like, what do you mean?
Oh, okay, yeah. So I stitched myself up as well, because I actually put photos up on my Instagram, and I learned from that, bro. Was not to obviously put my shit online so early. So I started building traction on social media platforms, and then obviously
what was it called?
Stuff like that.
What was the name of that one?
That Ain't It. So that was the brand name.
Barry, and you know that ain't it, cuz.
There you go.
That ain't it, brother. Oh shit.
It demised itself. So bro, that was the first brand, and we had a bit of other shit going on as well. I learned heaps from starting that brand, and then I had like a whole probably 2 years off actually starting release. So I had 2 years off. I was always thinking of different ideas, and I wanted to ramp my brand up again later on. It was just coming up with enough ideas, but Released in itself was like a joint venture with my missus and my sister. So they came up with the idea for Release. So I didn't even know it was a thing, but apparently, chicks actually hire clothes. It's a big thing over here in Perth where they'll hire clothes for festivals and that.
Oh.
And events, like dresses and stuff like that.
Oh, I've heard of that, but like festivals, like they're gonna make.
They'll hire out clothes for festivals. The only reason I know that is because some of the girls from work do it.
Hey, so, like some of those putty aunties, motherfucking dirty those things be.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, well that's it. Yeah, they'll definitely get putty at a bloody.
So what do they do? So they hire them and then what?
So they'll hire it for an event. Let's say they're going out and say a mate's opening a restaurant or something like that. They'll want to wear something nice, but they don't want to actually own the product, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where the idea came from. There's actually no one doing it for menswear in terms of you can obviously hire like tuxedos in there, like that's always been around, but you can't hire anything like streetwear wise that is at a high value, because that's the thing, bro. You got to think about it from a point of view of you want to buy $1,000 jacket. How often are you going to wear that $1,000 jacket? Probably not enough to justify the price.
Yeah.
So yeah, like
especially if you're working, like you're not like a fucking rich ass motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like even if you're in the like you don't have millions to just $1,000 ain't nothing. You know what I mean? Like give me 5 of those. But yeah, I get what you're saying, brother. Yeah.
Because so if I go back, so my missus and sister actually came up with the idea at home. And they're like, well, why don't we push this? So we've been thinking about starting a business for a while. We just weren't sure what to do.
Yeah.
And because I'm into fashion as well myself, I think it's sort of all just gelled together. So then they came up with the idea. We started putting a plan together, and we actually launched tomorrow. Our website goes live tomorrow. So it's all happening this week.
Yes, goes, but so they named it, or did you what does the name mean? Can you give us any of those? Their breakdown.
It's actually a crack up story because we all catched up. What day was it? I don't know if it was Mother's Day or something like that. We caught up, all of our family caught up at my sister's house, and we're trying to brainstorm a name. And then my sister's partner was blazed, bro, stoned as, and we were talking about a name that we could put together. And she was in the background just saying.
What do you mean, your sister? Oh, your sister Lily.
Yeah. So I've got two sisters. Sorry, should I explain that?
No, all good.
Yeah.
I was like, did he say sister or brother? I mean,
shout
out to the Rainbow Nation. Let's go. My brother. We had one of the up there, one of the famous Māori Rainbow Nation brothers on there, or Tuhira Wana. I don't know if you know him. The old new gag. Had the cousin on there. We're gonna do some more podcasts together too. Some talking about not having dads and shit growing up with our fathers.
True. Well, that's what we need. Guys, we need to be pretty diverse with what you talk about.
Fucking earth, cousin. Yeah.
But my sister came up with that idea with the name, so that's where the name came from.
Yeah, shout out to the kakariki. You say she was blazed, they too, your auntie. Yeah,
proper blaze. Yeah. Once we figured it out, bro, it all sort of made sense for why we should call it Release, because we were trying to think of names that was, hiring. Hiring didn't sound cool, and then leasing in itself didn't really sound that good, and then she came up with RE-LEASED. So
I like it. Now that makes more sense. So is that all you're gonna? Is that all the? Is that the plan? Is that the only plan, brother? Just hiring or how?
Yeah. Oh, so hiring is a big part of it. But what our thoughts in the whole business was, I wanted to leverage my brand, which is still Released, which I'll be bringing my own clothes through. Yeah. Was to leverage off already established brands. So these brands are, like big multi-million, billion-dollar companies. So I'm sort of trying to push my brand in with those clothes, if you know what I mean, with those big brands. So that's my thoughts anyways on how I'm gonna execute it. So leverage off these other brands.
Yeah, 100, brother. Fucking no. At least our man's got a plan, not just fucking and yeah, because obviously that's what I was gonna say. Like, you obviously got a passion for fashion, but pun city there. But fuck. I don't even mean to dad joke that one, but I did. Yeah, but obviously you got a big passion for the fashion and all that stuff. But so and also a creative, you want to create too. You love creating and stuff like that. So it's not just about so it's not just about hiring. Obviously, that's gonna be that's the reason.
That's just a part of what we want to create.
One facet of the business, of the brand.
Yeah, bro. So I am pretty creative, and even with the content side of things, bro. Like, I've never made videos or reels and all that shit before, but we obviously we're starting this business. You need content, and I think that plays a big part in nowadays in society.
Content is king, my brother. Yeah, content is king. Bro. Where's everybody's eyeballs on their phone right now?
Exactly, bro. And you look around you, because everyone's just flicking through their phones, and what we realize is obviously photos and that are good, but I think if you really want to crack it, the videos, the reels, etc. is where it's at. So we're slowly getting better at that, but we're still amateurs,
stories, because same brother, amateur is, but fucking no, we still give it a crack game, my brother.
Well, that's it, because it's obviously over time, bro. Like repetition. You do something so frequently, you got no choice but to get better. So
that's it, my cousin, and it's that I think, and it's getting rid of that delayed, getting rid of that instant gratification, and you know what I mean. Just like, because most people, if it doesn't happen straight away, like because we live, especially in the day and age we live in, that microwave age where you can just scroll to the next one, content is everywhere. If success, whatever your measure of success is, if that doesn't happen within a year, people are like, but if you really believe in what you're doing, just keep going. Look at like a lot of the most successful people in the world, whether it's in business, whatever, they didn't crack it straight away. You know what I mean? And like, if the passion is where, like, who did I talk to yesterday? Oh, my bro Epi. We're talking to my bro Epi. He owns a gym and he's an MMA fighter. He's a coach as well, but over home. And but he was talking about how he's really passionate about coaching, and now, but when he started, he never ever thought he'd be a coach. He thought, fuck that, I just want to do this so I can go and have a rumble, get paid. You know what I mean? That's all he wanted to do, and just throw hands and all that. But in doing it, in the pursuit of like getting better and following what he was passionate about, he found his purpose. You know what I mean? And then if you're living in your purpose, cuz like you're gonna crack it, my brother. I believe if that's what you want to do, cuz whatever. Even Dana, I don't know if you know Dana White, UFC president.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah.
But like even him, bro, like heaps of his stuff, like just what he says about fucking, if you really believe in yourself and you have the skills, like fuck everybody, just keep going.
But that's it, because you actually have to manifest that shit. Like I when you messaged me, because I actually manifested that I'd do something to get myself out of that comfort zone, because I felt like I was in a bit of a lull, like I wasn't progressing in the spaces where I should be progressing, which is obviously talking to people. Like I'm actually heavily an introvert, because like my social battery drains real quick when it comes to talking to people. So this is perfect for me, bro. Like, and it just worked out. Like, obviously this week's like busy as for us, but it just worked out perfectly. So I appreciate it.
Nah, hard, and I get what you're saying, cause like I don't get it from the point of like it takes me a lot for my social battery to drain, cause I've always been about people, like talking to people, and I went to 17 primary schools, cause so I had to talk to people to make friends. You know what I mean? I traveled like nearly 50 countries, cause so you got to talk to people, or you're gonna sit there and talk to yourself. You know what I mean? Like, so all of that kind of shit, I'm used to doing it, brother. But I can have times where I'm not like that. But I also understand there's some brothers that, because of that aspect, they won't put themselves out there because that's the part that's like, oh, that's too hard. Like I want to do this and that, and then in this game and in these industries now, and with the social media the way it is, cuz you gotta fucking talk here. You gotta do it, man. You gotta get out there, get out of that comfort zone, and fucking run the ball, because on the other side of that is the blessing. And I think too, brother, with all of that, bro, like, you know, just like you said, repetition, cuz you'll get better at it. You know what I mean? Yeah, you'll get better at it, and it'll become more natural.
And it's becoming comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's like one of the main things, bro. And that's why I think, honestly, bro, 75 hard is such a good thing to do, because you're constantly uncomfortable, bro. Whether it be the you know, having to train twice a day. Because I incorporated cold showers too, and I still do it to, like, you know, now for the last 3 years I've been doing, you know, cold plunges or cold showers. Especially doing it first thing too, because you think about it, you're doing the hardest thing, probably the hardest thing you have to do all day at the start of the day. So it makes everything else look easy. Especially when it's peak winter, bro. Oof.
Woohoo! Because we grew up, we had to have cold showers sometimes. Straight in the rugged river. Washed up. There's some gangster shit though when you hit the old cold ones. And if your nuts are putty, you gotta give them a wash, cuz straight up, brother. I'm for you, and good on you for stepping out of your comfort zone, cuz. But also, like you said, it's Mike Tyson says a good one. What does he say? You gotta do what you hate, but do it like you love it. Do it like you love it, bro. But good on you for being willing to come on, and because I just want to see you crack it, Mark. Because I want to see all our people crack it. I think there's enough air for us all to breathe and enough kite for us all to eat out here, brother. Like, we don't have to have that fucking his success takes away from my success or her success. Like, fuck that, G. Let's all win. You know, look at the more and what I noticed too, the more, like you said it before, like trajectory wise, you know, I'm sure I can head towards the direction that I'm planning on, or that I'm aiming for. The more you reach out to, I guess, like, you know, socially high profile people in there, the more willing they are to help you and like connect you with other people. I'm like, oh, down there, fucking hell, it's hard to get my cousin to fucking come over and help me move the couch. Yeah, like that, you know what I mean? But up the top, they all willing to collab, brother. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, that's it, especially even with what you're doing. Obviously, you're building, and that's where obviously you have to. Or for me, anyway, because I'm introverted, it's like networking is a big part of running a successful business. It's networking with other people. So that's where, you know, I have to start, you know, I have to do better with that. And even looking back at it too as well, like, I understand, bro, it's a marathon, not a sprint. You know, overnight success, bro, takes 10 years, you know.
Kia ora, Nipsey Hussle. Yeah, that's it. Marathon continues, baby.
Yeah.
Music-wise, cuz, who are you into growing up? Any your musical?
Oh, bro, I've always been hip hop and R&B, cuz, so yeah.
Oh, true. Yeah, fuck, I was getting Beethoven vibes before, but okay.
No, not me. I am pretty diverse, though. I'm not saying that I only listen to hip hop and R&B.
Yeah,
a bit of everything.
Like, who's your favorite artist in, like,
bro, like you said, cuz you pretty much said it. Is Nipsey Hussle would have been probably my favorite artist, and he always sort of has. So that's why you already know straight off the phone. Yeah,
of course, my brother. Hey, that's it, 100%. Nipsey's awesome. And just even the way that he just stayed independent. Even though he didn't, you know, like commercially, he might not have ever, you know, garnered the success of a lot of other artists. Like, he was known in the streets and to a lot of people who knew music, and, like, you know, bro, his hustle was on, cuz, like, and he always talked about it.
He's not a sellout, cuz that's I think that's right. It's like, you know, I'm not saying that being a sellout is a bad thing, but, you know, like, if you want,
I don't know, cuz, because I've had a few little offers, like, and I've been like, fuck that, I ain't a sellout too. And I'm not saying like Nipsey Hussle status, just like things where like I would have to go against what I believe in. to do that. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
morals. Yeah, morals wise. Yeah, I get what you.
Yeah, that's what I
think
think a
like,
sellout really is. I was like going
yeah,
against what you believe in,
well,
like
then,
to get to where you want to be. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like, and Nipsey never gave, like,
Nah, bro.
never gave that shit up. I don't believe. You know what I mean? To get, you know what I mean? Yeah,
Well, that's it. I think he gave. He was giving out. He was spinning too much game to the point where I think that was obviously his demise was kind of planned.
Well, yeah, hard, and then that whole CB doco wouldn't have been too good for me either. You know what I mean? For when it comes
bro,
to if you're trying to live out here, you know, big farmer got some lot of money, cause
oh,
you know?
bro, that's it. That's real right there.
That's it, brother.
Yeah.
If you don't know, if I can look at 2021, 2020, fucking you can't go
bro.
anywhere.
It's all conspiracy.
Oh, fuck, I know, guys. Yeah, but it's like it's not by coincidence. Like, you know what lobbyist groups are? You know what a lobbyist is?
What's that?
You know what a lobbyist is?
Oh, not really. If you want to
So lobbyists are people, or I guess a group of people that influence politicians. So these are like, it's not conspiracy. Like, you can be, so in America they have like real like loose as like lobbyists fucking rules where so if you're a company, right, let's say RE-LEASED wants to fucking pass some rules and fashion that can favor them in what they do, what you do. You would create a lobbyist group in Washington if you were in America, and then you would send money to politicians to push rules or stop rules from being passed that go against your business. So the two biggest lobbyist groups in America are the second one is the NRA, which is National Rifle Association, the one which is why they can't change any gun laws in America. And the number two and the number one is Big Pharma. They're the biggest lobbyist group. That's why anything they want passed and anything, bro, they have all the control because they have lobbyist groups here in every country where there's politicians.
Yeah,
they have lobbyist groups.
Well, you think about America, because that's the most corrupt, probably the most corrupt country out of them all.
they tell us everyone else is corrupt.
I didn't even know that, bro. So there you go. You learn something new every day. That's a good one. I didn't even know what a lobbyist was.
Yeah. Well, that's what it. Even in Aussie, do you remember? You know much about rugby, or David Pocock used to play for the Wallabies?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, because he's a politician now, and I seen a video of him talking about how lobbyists in Australia, there's like 3 companies. I can't remember the 2, but I remember him saying Sportsbet plus 2 other companies in Australia. They're exempt, I think, from having to register their lobbyists. That's not verbatim what he said exactly, but pretty much that. So they can walk around Parliament with passes just because they work for those companies, and they can have access to all these politicians and influence, get in the air and all that shit. But it's all legal.
It's mad corruption, bro. Corruption's everywhere.
Yeah, 100. I think anywhere where there's a fucking government, there's corruption, right? Because what you're dealing with is because you're dealing with humans, and humans have their own biases. Like you and I, we have our own biases. Like if you and I were president and vice president, or like we were opposite parties to each other, we would have our own reasonings, and then whoever pays the most money has the most influence, right?
Yeah.
It's like all of the fucking, they have those like G30, G20 summits, whatever. Clean green. When they have all of those things, it's like it's all funded by. They tell us they want a clean green planet, but then you look at and it doesn't take much. You just go and Google who the fuck funds this thing, and it's funded by like mining companies, and there's like, bro, like you don't want a green planet. You're all shit there. Yeah, but they're all shit there. They tell us they want a planet, but no, you don't. You're all tickle. Oh shit, just keep living life, baby. I just think whoever out there is listening, don't be scared. Live life, baby. Live life. Live life. Fucking chase your dreams, cuss. That's it. And go get some RE-LEASED. Go to a festival in Perth. Yeah. So how does that the website now or tomorrow? You said.
So the website comes out tomorrow. So we're doing like it's not a soft launch, but we're doing like obviously trying to hype everyone up to get amongst it, because this is the main thing is we're trying to get people to feel like it's something that they need. So with the whole content side of things, that's why obviously pumping out as much reels and as much hype as possible. We're trying to get it out there. So we dropped the actual website actually should be live tomorrow.
Okay. What's the should be, cuz? So a bit of a should be there.
Oh, we're still going through. We actually got a meeting this afternoon, just
Yeah.
to go through a few things with the website. But that's the target is tomorrow, which it will happen.
So how does it work? So fucking the website launches, and I want something to wear. So can I buy something like to keep yet, or no? It's just only hiring at the moment.
Well, I do. Yes, I've got my shirts because they are DM based because I actually have to make them myself, so they're all like custom made.
Oh yeah, I seen you folding those fucking. You bit of a good folder too, cuz. Fucking hell, fam. Make sure you get amongst it because he doesn't just make them. He folds them good too. J. Cole, I want to fold clothes for you.
Oh.
So they DM you, cuz? Is that orders or no?
Yeah, for the shirts at the moment, it's DM based. So it's like I said, I didn't want to really take away the hireage side of things. So we're focusing on purely the hiring of the clothes, of the jackets at the moment. Because at the moment we've got mainly jackets because we're going into winter.
Can we see some pieces or something? Oh,
yeah, because they're behind me right there. There's a couple there.
So they can hire those from.
Yeah, bro. So you can hire these. All the stock will be on the website anyway, so you can go through. It's just like on anything online shopping, bro. When you click on it, it actually takes you to the link. You obviously do your details from there. What you want. If you want it to be picked up, you can do pickup. If you want it delivered, we do a delivery and drop off sort of thing as well with a courier or ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you had, like, say you had a event Friday night, you just need to flick us a DM. If we got that product, we can actually get it to you right then and then. So we're just trying to create.
Ooh, I like it. I like that.
Make it as convenient as possible because we live in a world where convenience is a must. You know, you can, if you're hungry, just go on your phone and order what you want. So we're trying to create that in a way where if you've got an event, last minute event, and you need a jacket, you want to look, fly, just send a DM, and if we've got it in stock, I'll get it to you.
That's cool. Fuck, I'll get amongst the fam. That's it. There's go. I like it, brother. I like it. There you go. What other? So what I do? What's the website called? Released. They just type that in.
So I'll actually send you. Can you do the link? The whole
yeah. I'll just send me all of that stuff, and I'll put when I release this. Do you want me to put this out? Because I think the quickest I could probably move it to is next week. Because I'll fucking
that's
right.
All good.
But I'll pull it forward for next week, and I'll drop it next week. I could put it out tonight, but then if it fucks up,
no, that's all good, bro. No, you got to schedule your stick today. But if
you let me know earlier, I would have if I knew it was you probably didn't say that. I probably just didn't fucking listen. You then
I didn't say that, bro. That's my opinion.
Oh, okay, sweet as. Yeah.
But the best way to follow us is on Instagram, bro. So it's RE-LEASED on Instagram, and then I've got my own personal Instagram, which is kind of linked to that Instagram anyway. So
yeah. So well, there you go, fam. Fucking hit the bro up. And we'll put the links in the description and all of that. If you're listening to this audibly and you've got Instagram, I know you got Instagram. Fucking open your phone up and go to Instagram and follow the bro and follow the brother's brand. And if you're in Perth or you got cousins in Perth, tell them. But I'm sure one day he'll be worldwide. So let's go.
We'll get there, cuz.
We'll get there. Yeah. Not in Perth though, fam. Perth, and not Perth in bloody Britain either. Perth, Australia. Some people go, brother. There's a Perth in England there or something like that. So I guess it must have been the OG Perth there before this one. Yeah. Because some people go, you always keep saying Perth. Are you in the UK? And hey, what Perth? That I had a look. I was like, oh, there's a Perth in the UK. There you go. No, not that one. The better one. No. Not the cold one. Yeah, that's it. Down here. So anybody, if you're listening to this audibly, go check it out. I'm sure you can read the description, but go check the bro's stuff out. Anything else you want to talk about, brother, before we get out of here?
No, I think we're pretty good, okay. Unless you got any other questions.
I've got a couple of quick ones. I've got a couple of quickie ones, little quickie ones before we go. If you could have one kai for the rest of your life, one meal every day for the rest of your life, what would you eat?
Food. Probably fried chicken, cuz.
Yeah, which from where?
Yeah. Korean fried chicken. There's a few places. Ultimate fried chicken. That's the one. Yeah,
Ultimate fried chicken. Where's that? Where's that one?
So there's a couple in Perth. There's one in Morley.
Oh, is that the one at Coventry?
Coventry, brother.
Oh, yeah, that's the one now, cousin. Oh, that's my favorite, brother. Yes, go.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, that's on, cousin. Yes.
That's me, cuz I love the old Korean fried chicken.
On, cuz. That one's
That'll
on.
be the one I'd probably munch on for the rest of my life.
Yeah, there we go, my brother.
Yeah.
Besides Mumsy, of course. But what else? Another question I had. Oh, superpowers, cuzzy. Besides all the ones you have, and maybe because you're creative, you might want to make your own, create your own. What superpower would you choose and why?
That's a different one. Superpower.
We different fellas out here, my brother. Come on now.
You chucked me on the spot on that one. There's too many, cuz I couldn't even pick one.
Yeah, pick one or create one, cuz, you know.
I don't know, cuz, to be honest. I don't know, the power to heal people.
That's the one there.
Yeah.
Too much. Call you Jesus. Call you Jesus, brother. Yeah. No,
power to heal.
Yeah, power to heal. That's beautiful, brother. Beautiful. I like it. That's a good one. Give us any tips, cuz, for people that want to start they want to just start something like you have started, and any tips you want to give out there. So spit a bit of game to the people, you know, just giving something to crack like you are.
Oh, you just got to start, because obviously, yeah, it's easy for me to say just start, but I think, you know, that feeling you have when you're like, if you're about to do something scary, that initial feeling of like, if you're gonna, I don't know, do skydiving or something, and you're scared to do it. It's that initial feeling that you have. That's when you jump, sort of thing. If that makes any sense.
Just boom,
You just got to start. Yeah, you just got to start. That's all I can say really is, if you have an idea, you just gotta do it, bro. Yeah, have a crack.
Have a
Get
crack.
out of your comfort zone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Give us visualization, cuzzy. What does life look like 10 years from now for 44 going on 45-year-old Cam Gray?
Oh, bro, like obviously I'd want to be financially in a lot better position, because that's a big thing for me is the financial success. I want to be financially well off. Obviously the kids being healthy and fit. Just to be a bit more of a role model to everyone, really, because there's no one really in my family is sort of doing the things that I'm doing. So yeah, in 10 years' time, I hope to be a lot more financially stable. Not saying that we're financially unstable now, but
better,
and a lot better
financial
position.
Freedom sort of thing.
Yeah, that's the end goal, brother. I don't like to use the word rich. I think being wealthy is another good way to use it. But yeah, financial freedom is for me is a big part of it, is being able to do whatever you want without having to worry about your finances.
No, solid. I like it, my man. Well, I'm sure you're gonna achieve all of that, brother, and I look forward to seeing it. I just want to thank you, brother, for taking your time. Time's the most valuable commodity we have as human beings. The one thing we can never get back. We can always get back money, things, but time spent is time lost, my cousin. So thank you for sharing over an hour of your time with me and anybody that listens to this for years to come. And hopefully it's not the last time we sit down, not only here, but we live in the same city. So maybe even
bro. We'll definitely have to catch up. I'll flick you some gears anyway, my bro.
Just catch up, my brother. Appreciate you, my brother. And if anything happens in the future, like you just want to come on as this grows, cuzzy, or if you see anybody that I connect with along this journey that you would like to, cuz, can you call it on my cuz? Got you.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Load it on my brother. Thank you so much for watching this full episode of Mind the Mic. It takes a lot of time, energy, and effort to create these episodes. So to know that you've watched and listened to the entire thing means the world to myself and all our hosts. If you could, before you leave, please hit the subscribe button and share this episode out to as many people as possible. It would help us so much. Thank you again to everybody that's still here, still watching. Thank you for all your comments, all your shares, all the DMs. Appreciate you all. Make sure you follow us on every platform. Have an awesome morning. Have an awesome night, depending on where you are in the world. Mind the mic out.
Oi, have you hit the link in bio yet?
Watch full episodes on YouTube or listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all streaming platforms. Do it.